Welcome to this video where I'll demonstrate my assignment for the enhancement 4. As instructed, I've gone ahead to create 3 views. The first view is the vehicle management view, which contains these 2 links that would each link to the add classification and add vehicle. And I also created the add vehicle link view, which contains the form that a user can use to add a new vehicle. I also created the add classification view, which a user can use to add in a new classification. Now I also have a controller for the vehicles, which contains the code that controls everything about the vehicle, the addition of new vehicle, the display and the generation of the proper views. I have the function, the code which generates the select element with the various options. I also have my controller that is used to fetch the proper view and display to the user. This is the control structure I have, which also sends the proper command to the model. I'm going to open it up in my browser. Meanwhile, I have my vehicle model right here, which I created as well, containing the code that interacts with the database. Now I have currently I'm in the vehicles, I'm in the vehicles controller, the home page, and so just before I go ahead to demonstrate the add classification and add vehicle functionality, I'm just going to show my database, and you can see that it has just this number of items, the vehicles, and as well as the classification table in the database. It all has just these 5 classifications. I'm going to start with the add classification. When I click on it, it takes me directly to the add classification form, wherein I can add a classification. And when I click on the add classification button, it takes me back to the vehicle management view, where you can already see that the new car classification is reflecting, as it has just been added to the navigation bar. Then I'm going to click on the add vehicles. I'm going to select a car classification and enter a make and type in a model as well as a description. Meanwhile, I used the required attributes to ensure that all the values are entered before a user can submit this form. So I used color red, and I'm going to click on add vehicle. So you can see the vehicle Toyota, which was the make, added successfully. So I'm just going to go and confirm this. First, I'm going to confirm the classification that we added. You can see that if I refresh my database, you can see that the lemon classification is already here. Then I'm also going to confirm the vehicle. From the inventory table, you can see that the Camry Toyota with the data I entered has been inserted into the database. And finally, I'm going to validate my work. So I'm going to start by validating the local HTML for the vehicle management view. And as you can see, there are no errors. I'm going to validate the CSS still for the vehicle management view. As you can see, there are no errors. I'm going to go to the add classification and also validate okay, so you can see there are no errors. I can also validate the CSS. So there are no CSS errors. Then I'll use the wave tool. Okay, so there are no errors as well. I'm going to go over to the vehicle, add vehicle view, and validate the HTML. And I'm going to validate the CSS. So there are no errors. Then finally I'm going to use the wave tool to validate, showing that there are no errors as well. So that's it about the demonstration for my enhancement 3 work, enhancement 4 rather, the work that I've done so far. Thank you very much.